Meanwhile, coming down the hill, Caltignae and Batias, you see as maybe a half a mile away the honor keep with a bunch of orcs surrounding it.
What? Orcs dare siege an honor keep?
There must be someone in there if they're around it. That's not a catapult, is it?
No, that's a bonfire.
On a good note, they're all facing the other way.
Here. Both of us, we're going to move closer.
Okay.
I'm going to look at Batista, pull out a flask of oil.
Okay.
I'm going to cut off a piece of my cloak and just stuff it in there.
Okay. He does the same.
And we're going to see how close we can go without being seen. How much is cleared up to where the orcs are?
There's a lot of brush. You could actually run 10 yards off the road and be in the trees till you get close to the keep, and the keep is right next to the road.
No, we're trying to get close to the catapult, Charlie.
Okay, you can get pretty damn close to it. I mean, within like 30 feet.
That sounds good.
Okay. Meanwhile, the orc standing there holding the standard with the drow head on it, he kind of smiles at you, and he's missing some teeth, and he's just smiling and nodding at you, John.
Okay, and I'm just sitting there waiting for him to confer with his whatever.
He's gonna come back. So, now I tell you, your death is imminent. We are going to rape your women, and we are going to eat your flesh. You want war? He peels a glove off, throws it on the ground. You have war. Now, an orc knowing to throw his gauntlet or glove on the ground, that's not very common. That's not something an orc would know to do. And you not real knight of honor, because knights of honor chicken and run like women and not return. You false knight of honor. Good luck.
I'm going to pull out the ancient holy symbol.
Okay.
In the name of honor, I stand before this man, and I state who I am. Knight of honor does not lie, and before this day, you shall die.
But if you not knight of honor, then you lying.
I'm going to turn, put my back to him. I'm going back.
Okay. He is going to turn the standard over and shake the head off, and it won't come off. And he's going to use his foot to kind of pry it off, and then he's going to pick up what basically is a spear and throw it at your back. And it goes sailing 3 feet over your shoulder and lands in the dirt at the foot of the tower. Suddenly there's a loud explosion, and Matt and Jude, from your perspective on top of the tower, the catapult bursts into flame.
Do I see any obvious signs of that someone sabotaged it, or?
All of a sudden it bursts into flames, and some of the orcs are running over, and the fat orc is directing them, and they're trying to pour water on it, which is only making the fire burn more, which that means it's probably oil.
I hit the orc.
Okay, so having heard the explosion, and I'm sure a big bright light, I'm just gonna yell, "Ready your crossbow, this is our chance." We've got hysterity. I'm gonna look right at Malkovich. What you got?
Let's go. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I'm going to look at Jude's character, and I'm going to point to the Molotov cocktails that I just made. You know how to use these?
Pretty common. You can, I mean, everybody knows you light it and then throw it.
Probably anything special, or is it a Molotov cocktail?
It's just wine with cloth stuffed in it. It's just a standard Molotov cocktail.
How many is it called? Molotov cocktail, or is it something different?
Yeah, you can call it that. That's fine.
Okay, all of a sudden, you guys see two big motherfuckers running out of the bushes screaming for honor and charging.
That's not cute. I gotta get my ass down there.
Okay,
it's downstairs.
Shooting out crossbow bolt after bolt after bolt.
All right. You're gonna, to be honest with you, the range is too. Well, no, you can hit some of the orcs.
I'm just hitting the closest, whatever's convenient.
Okay. As soon as you guys run out of the forest screaming for honor, the fat, sloppy orc that had backed away from the catapult is going to literally grab his cloak and throw it off of him, and it's a human guy, older, sunken in sallow cheeks, pale blue eyes, balding on top with grayish brown hair around the edges, black robes, holding a rod with a red stone in it. As soon as he uncovers himself, you detect evil.
Okay,
Everybody that's holy.
Guess who me and Batista are going towards?
The guy in black. Age goes first. Oh, shit. Okay. He points the rod at Batias.
Damn it.
And a weird red light shoots out of it. And it's curved like it's just a curve, like a tire iron.
Yeah.
But it's much heavier. And it looks evil. And I mean, you detect serious evil. And he points it at Batias. And Batias stops where he is, rises up in the air, and he looks to you, and suddenly he is bent almost double backwards, and then he's folded again, and some sort of black reddish hole opens, swirling, and he's sucked into it, and there's a poof, and he's gone.
Batias!
Meanwhile, you guys are running out from the gates, and you've got... Now, remember, the orcs were deployed, so there's not but like a dozen on this side. And they're charging at you with the leader. The leader has pulled out 2 hatchets. The guy's going to face you. Hot. We'll get it too.
I'm throwing the dagger at the guy who just killed Batias. So I hit the bitch.
Actually, you didn't. It goes straight through him, as if he's not even standing there. And he's going to laugh. You want to keep charging?
Yeah.
Okay, you're right on top of him if you want to put him in a bear hug or something.
I'm going to run right through him.
You're going to run right through him?
If he's not there, we're going to find out.
And do exactly that. Run right through him.
He's about 50 yards away. Meanwhile, the orcs are attacking you guys.
Charlie, just so you know what I'm doing, I'm rushing to the back door to try and barricade it or keep it closed up, because I know the other ones are coming behind them.
Okay, what you do know is they probably can't get over the wall because of it being a holy place. But you may not know what's going on outside.
No, I don't, because I was running downstairs.
Okay, you've got 2 orcs running straight towards you.
I'm chopping them down.
Okay, one is going to swing, and you're easily going to duck it. He's swinging a curved iron weapon. The other one is going to hit. The orcs are moving full speed, so now you've got one attacking you. He attacking you, Matt. He's going to hit with his weapon you right across the side of your head. And at that point, you block. A little bit too late. 2 orcs that attack Perris, one hits, and she gets hit as well, but she's doing okay.
All right, well, I'm watching 2 bolts at whoever's closest to the paladin. Just trying to protect him. Covering fire deal.
Okay.
First one's a 12, and second one's a 1, of course.
Okay, re-roll the 1.
All right. 15.
Okay, the arrows, the bolt snapped. So the 12 went over the orc's shoulder, and then the second one, it snapped as you were firing it. So, okay, John. Okay, they're going to parry both of your cuts. I mean, John attacked the 2 that were charging towards him, and he parried them. Okay, first to go is going to be Perris, and the one that's charging towards her, or the one that hit her. Actually, there were 2 of them. One missed and one hit. She's going to open her hand and blow, and there's a bright, in slow motion, bright, blinding light. And the 2 orcs, both of them cover their eyes and drop their weapons, basically are just sitting ducks there. Next to go is Wuta.
I'm going to be rushing out the door at this point, and I'm going to try and move toward the first ally that looks wounded.
Perris is bleeding profusely.
Then I'm heading to Perris.
Okay. Arcus.
What's the biggest group of orcs within throwing range?
Probably the 3 in front of John.
All right. I'm gonna lob a firebomb, try to not catch him in it, but not as worried about that as I am about getting all 3 of the orcs.
Okay, if you get really, really low, it could hit him.
That's a
Blood
risky
pressure.
roll.
Okay,
Oh, I'm
it's
running
gonna
fire.
land. It's gonna land in the dirt and not explode. But here's the cool thing: when it left his hand, it flew very, very slow, faded into visibility, and then landed. Malkovich is going to swing his hammer and hit one in the head, and the hammer literally caves the orc's skull in, and he falls over dead.
It's the second round. How close is the leader now to me? Is he in range now? Alright,
Yes.
well then I'm obviously gonna go for the leader guy. I basically want to just plunge this sword right through his chest. That's my intention.
Okay, he at the last second is going to turn sideways so that your blade, instead of going straight into his chest, is going to slice under his pec muscles and skip along his rib cage and come out underneath his armpit. Okay, he is now going to swing his hatchet at your neck.
Of course.
And totally going to skip off your breastplate. The mage, or whatever he is going to teleport into the middle of a group of orcs about 40 yards away. And there's other orcs coming around the side walls from both sides of the keep to join the fight. What was the damage, Dave? Okay, you're going to chop one's head off and hack through one's chest, and he's going to fall with a gaping chest wound. Jude, go.
I'm just reloading. That's it.
Wow. Paul is slowed so dramatically, I kid you not, that his blood pressure has dropped, and he's falling over face down at a very slow rate of speed. He appears to be unconscious, but it will take him 3 rounds to fall unconscious. To fall face down. First to go is Jude.
Well, same as last turn. I'll be launching 2 more crossbow bolts. The orcs nearest to John.
Go.
First one, I got an 8. Second one, I got a 5.
Okay, it may be too far for your crossbow bolts to reach because you missed both times. Your turn.
Alright, so again, I'm turning to the leader, and this is where you die. I'm taking 2 swings at his fuck ass.
You're going to hack through his arm this time, and your sword's going to get stuck in his rib cage, and you've obviously cut his lung in half, and he's going to start bubbling and spurting blood out of his mouth. And you'll not be able to do this. He's going to start to fall. Your sword is stuck in his rib cage.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I got the other orcs, about half of them left are going to flee towards the woods, and the mage is going to point the rod. He was aiming for you, Dave, originally, but he's going to point it right in front of them, and one of those weird portal things is going to open up and suck those fleeing orcs in, but it's going to fold them up to where they're like the size of a suitcase. You hear their bones snapping and everything. The ones that are left, one's going to come running forward and assume leadership control, and he's swinging basically a stick with a piece of glass in the end of it towards your head, John. And just from the movement of you trying to get your sword out, he's going to miss. Okay. Dave, it's your go. What do you want to do? Okay, you definitely hit. Oh, you cut the top of his torso off. The other 3 are going to turn and see you, and they're going to flee the battlefield. The rest of you, suddenly the slow wears off. The orcs that are left are going to look around and see that there's not a whole lot of them left, only about 9. And the new leader
standing right
that
in front of
swung
me.
at you, John, he's going to look at you. He's going to look at seeing Dave charging across the battlefield. He's going to do a hand signal, and they're all going to run towards the woods.
I am, I'm guessing this is what he's doing for his turn, right? Oh wait, no, he just swung at me, and now he's doing this. So, if that's the case, then I just want to tackle him.
Okay.
This is going to be my first source of information on this new world.
All right, you easily tackle him. He's strong,
Strength
but
check.
not as strong as you. No, he didn't do very well in the strength check, so he's going to go down. Okay, you go first. You're within striking range of the mage. And he's slowly turning towards you with the rod. He's really pissed about the orcs fleeing.
I'm grabbing the rod out of his hand.
Okay, so you're going to run up and grab the rod. It's so freaking evil that you touching it makes you nauseous. You have to let go. I mean, you can try to hang on to it if you want. The more you hang on to it, do you want to hang on to it or let go? That second attack is going to be null and void because you failed your saving throw, and it's so nauseous you hang onto it. You have a choice. You can let go or try to jerk it out of his hands. So you're going to jerk it out of his hands. He's going to scream in rage, and when you get it out of his hands, okay, you can hang on to it. It's making you nauseous, but if you continue to hang on to it, you're going to start losing constitution. Right now, your constitution is down by 2, not permanently. He's going to launch himself at you to reach for the rod, and he's literally going to go right underneath the rod and land in the mud. The rest of you, you're no longer slowed. You're back to normal speed. You see what looks to be a large guy wearing armor, holding this rod that this guy was holding, and the mage guy fell in the mud. Perris is yelling, "That's the magic! The magic is that rod!"
Paul, Malkovich, hold this guy.
Malkovich runs over, sits on him, and hits him in the head with the hammer.
Paul's
Not
there
hard.
as well, and I'm booking it towards this mage thing. And the thief is wherever the thief is, because he's invisible and nobody sees him.
Is there still a group of orcs trying to run away?
They're all like hidden towards the woods. I mean, if you want to
Yeah,
follow
I'm
them,
chucking a firebomb after him.
okay, it's going to explode in the middle of them. Okay, you're going to kill 2 of them. They're on fire.